Sorry?
How many more weeks? Are you here anytime, mate?
This is my last day.
Oh.
So it'd be nice. Alrighty guys, we'll get started. This is our our test revision class before the test, which is on Wednesday the 23rd. I see some shocked looks, but don't worry. There's going to be a handout which covers everything that we've done. But first, I'm going to go through two things. I'm going to go through empirical formula. So, we've got a compound. It's made of carbon. It's made of hydrogen. There's 81.81% carbon in this compound and 18.19%. First step that we do is we draw a table. Always draw a table. It's a good practice to get into. Each column for each element, we clearly label each column. Second thing we do is we write down the percentage abundances. So for carbon, 81.81%, hydrogen, 18.19%. We divide by the atomic number. Carbon is 12, hydrogen is 1. We get an answer. Listening up here, from our answers, we have to choose which is the littlest number. In this case, it's 6.8175. So then we divide that by the smallest number, both numbers. From this point, we're trying to keep a ratio, so what we do to one side, we have to do to the other. We get our answers. Something divided by the same thing is always going to be 1. In this case, it's 2.668. Now, if these were whole numbers, we'd be done, we'd have our ratios, but they're not. So what we can do to make these whole numbers, we can either multiply by 2 or multiply by 3. In this case, we're going to multiply by 3, which will give us 3, and it'll give us 8. So now we've got our ratios, we need to put it back into a compound of carbon and hydrogen. So there's 3 carbons and 8 hydrogens, and that is our empirical formula. Gonna leave that example up there for when we work through our sheet. But now, we'll go through RAM, which we did last lesson. So hopefully this is just revision. Come sit in, we've just gone through empirical formula, we're going through RAM. Now say we had 3 isotopes. So manganese 24, 25, and 26. And their percentages were 80% and 10%. This is all the information that we're given. The first step that we need to calculate is the missing percentage here. The way we do that is we get 100 minus the ones that we know, and we're left with the one that we need to know. Second step is we need to put them into the RAM formula. And for every isotope we have, there'll be a separate section for that formula. So we need to get the abundance percentage, divide it by 100, times it by the atomic weight, which is located up here. And that's one part of it. We need to follow that through for the other remaining isotopes. Now when we calculate this, we're going to get 3 numbers. We're going to get the number for this, which is 19.2. We're going to get a number for this, which is 2.5. And a number for this, 2.6. When we plus these all together, we get the RAM value, which is 24.3. Now, why does this number make sense? It makes sense because we had 80% of this one, so we expect our number to be 24 point something, and we see from the calculation that it is. Right, so today's lesson we're going to be filling out the worksheet, and they're the types of questions that we expect to find on the test on Wednesday.
What would the questions be sent out like? Like find the empirical formula and find the RAM.
On your sheet, that's a really good example, like find the missing percentage and what is the abundance and calculate the molecular formula given a RAMM.
Similar to what's on the revision sheet
That's,
now.
yep.
It's going to give you a great idea. Yep.
Cool, who's got any questions?